Well, it's Saturday afternoon, and I'm having I don't want to do anything today kind of day, but I need to be outside mowing the grass. And I don't want to. Hi, Sebastian. Do you have to come in and make noise in my video? Huh? Anyway, I'll probably go out in a little while and get the grass cut, but, first I thought I'd catch up on videos, which I just did. And then I thought I'd come in and make a video and talk to you guys about what's been going on. Some of you guys, on Facebook know that I went to the theater the other night to see Warhorse with my sister Janie, and it was great. There's a guy she works with whose family has season tickets, front row, center section, awesome seats, but she couldn't go the night that they were supposed to go. So she traded them with her boss also had tickets for another night. So she traded for that night. And I wasn't supposed to be going because my niece Sarah was going to go. And she had to have wisdom teeth pulled, I don't know, a couple of days before. So actually when it came down to it, she wasn't feeling up to going. And so I got to go. So that was pretty exciting. It was good. Pretty incredible puppetry is all I can say. If you haven't seen it, go see it. If you can't, or goodness, what you doing? Can you see that? She wants the bed to be a mess. Daisy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Anyway, or go online and look up Warhorse in Broadway across America and check out the puppetry videos because it's pretty incredible. In fact, there were points in the show when I actually forgot that it was a puppet and not a real horse. So it was great. And then afterward, we were leaving the theater and we had parked across the street in the underground parking. And so we were walking across the street and over to the little, like shelter building to go down the stairs to the underground parking. And out in front of that little building, there's this homeless guy with a little sign and a blanket all wrapped around him because it was a chilly night. And he had like a McDonald's cup or something. And then he had a little cup out there for, donations, money, whatever. And then he also had a jar of that, pre-made gravy and a spoon sticking in it. And, everybody was ignoring him, obviously. But, I thought, wow, what a, great place to park yourself after the theater, after the show lets out. Anyway, so we went down, we got in the car, we left. And as we were leaving, we had to go past that little shelter building when we were leaving. And he was already standing up. He had thrown away the gravy. He really didn't touch it. And the sign and everything. Folded up his blanket, put his coat on, and was walking down the street. So I said to my sister, oh, I guess the show's over. So it was just interesting because, I wondered how much of it was for show that he was just panhandling out there. And how much of it was really that he is homeless and, was trying to get some money out of people. Anyway, so that was interesting. So then, let's see, then Friday was back to work day. And I had told you guys in my last video that I needed to talk to the boss because I had all those questions about what in the world was going on. And I did find out that there's somebody who's supposed to be there until I get there that I relieve when I go into work at 2 o'clock in the afternoons. And I told her there's never been anyone there when I go in. She said there's one guy who works there who they let leave an hour early because he's in college and so he has to leave to go to class. But he doesn't very often work on days that I work. So it was actually the person who was filling in for the boss while she was on vacation, who's supposed to be like the next in command, who was supposed to be doing that, and she was supposed to be covering, and I didn't know that when I told the boss that I walked into that total disaster last Friday. She did say that she would talk with her and that she would probably be moving on to find another location to work, because this is not the first time they've had a problem. So anyway, I felt bad because I was like, I'm not trying to get her fired. I'm just telling you I have these concerns, and I want to make sure that I'm not expecting something that's not part of the expectation. So, oh crap. Yeah, it's time for the clock to chime. Anyway, let's see. But when I got there last night, trash was empty, dishwasher was, there were a few things in it, but the clean was gone, the dirty was loaded up, there were no dishes in the sink, there were supplies in the house, toilet paper, paper towels, rubber gloves. The floors were I'm sure they haven't been mopped, because there's still nothing in the house to clean them with. I don't even think that they went over them with like hot water or anything. I did take spick and span with me last night so I could clean the floor, and I didn't leave it because it's mine and I'm not leaving it there. But yeah, it was a whole different world when I got there last night. The one guy whose bedroom always is a mess and stinks, it still has an odor, but the floor was clean, which was a big, huge difference. And then he had asked me the other night, he has a little small refrigerator in his room because one of his roommates will steal food, and so he keeps some stuff in there. He also keeps pop in there that he can just grab and go. But he had asked me on Tuesday would I mind wiping that out for him, and I said, no, not a problem. Then I said, let me finish what I'm doing here, and I'll come and do that. Well, then he asked me to do something else, and then pretty soon the night was over and he was going to bed. And when he was getting ready to go to bed, I said, I could do that now, or I can do it on Friday when I come back. I'm sorry I didn't get to it. He said, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'll have somebody do it tomorrow. So, when I got there last night, they hadn't wiped out the fridge. So I did that for him, among other things. But yeah, so last night was a whole different night. Yeah. And I don't know if I mentioned before that at that house, there's a guy next door at the other, group home house that leaves to go pick somebody up, but somebody has to stay with his other person. And so I've been going over there to cover for him, which I didn't know I was supposed to have to do. It's fine. She said, yeah, go ahead and do it. And I said, I just feel like it's taking 2 hours out of my day with the other guys every Friday. And she's like, 2 hours? It shouldn't even take him an hour. So she said she was going to talk to him about that. And last night it took him an hour and 10 minutes. Is that amazing or what? So, yeah. Anyway, so that all seems to be kind of getting a little better. So, and I said, I'm not trying to be a pain in the neck and get people in trouble. And Daisy, get your pig. Get your pig. Come here. Let me have it. I want you to know what this noise is. That's why I'm interrupting myself to tell you. Here, let me have it. Daisy's got a pig. Get it. And she's off to catch the pig. Okay. Anyway, she's a retriever, so guess what? She's back. Give me the pig. Anyway, so I don't know. I just said I wasn't trying to get people in trouble. I just wanted to know what I was supposed to do and what the expectation is of me. And I also wanted to know that I wasn't expecting more out of people than I should. Anyway, so that all went pretty well. Now that I've talked for nearly 10 minutes, on to the house stuff. Okay, the last time I talked to you, I told you that I would close within 9 days because the contract had been extended to April 28th. April 28th is tomorrow, which is Sunday, and obviously there's no closing on Sunday. And, well, we didn't close Friday, so, and we're not closing Monday, but they did extend it. Well, they did extend it, I don't know how long, but, closing is scheduled for May the 1st, which is Wednesday, which is pretty freaking exciting, except there's one little glitch we have to work out, and I'm crossing my fingers and everything to hope that that glitch gets worked out Monday. I made phone calls and stuff for 2.5 hours on Friday morning, hoping that I could get that all squared away, and I'm waiting to hear back from people. So if not, it will be postponed, but getting closer. Yee-haw! Anyway, yeah, I guess that's probably all I got. I don't know. I'm kind of out of it today because I was so tired. I went to the show. I stayed up too late Thursday night. The dogs woke me up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's not early, but when you work second shift, and I tend to come home and stay up until like 2 or 3, and getting up at 8 is a little early for me. And I stayed up because I wanted to make all those phone calls. And then I worked last night, and I was so tired when I got home. I was sitting here going, I was on Facebook checking a couple of things, and fell asleep sitting up at the computer. So it was time to go to bed. And when I woke up, it was 2:30. And of course, then Sebastian decides at 7:30 this morning that it's time to get up. So I got up and let him out and sat for a couple minutes and fell asleep in the chair here again, and then went back to bed. And he did let me sleep until, well, let's just say much later. Anyway, so I guess that's all I've got. I'm, postponing this mowing as long as possible, but it's got to be done. So yeah, hope you're all having a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon and let you know if the closing happens or it gets postponed or whatever. See ya. Bye.